Okay, so that's it for PetsApp, right? I mean, we have everything. We have the entire functionality through the front end and the back end. The very last thing that's kind of nice to have always is to have a generic Ajax error function. So what I usually do is at the end of my document ready, at the end of it, something here, I always put a document.ajax error, and this is a generic Ajax handling function. So then what I do is I do status.html error unknown Ajax error. The reason I do this is that this is, recall, there's a lot of parentheses. So where is this? Whoops, I put it in the absolutely wrong place. This is why these parentheses are confusing. I should put it out here. Untab it. Okay, so where is all this? This is at the top level. So this is the click handler for all users. This is the click handler for read button. This is the document ready. I'm just going to compress some of the spaces. So this is the click handler for the get profile, the read button. Press some spaces. This is the click handler for all users. And finally, this is the generic Ajax error function. Then what this does is that whenever there's an error in making an Ajax call, if any of these particular functions don't handle it, this is a catch-all that just says something is really wrong. So how do we simulate an error? One way to simulate an error is to actually just destroy the server. So if we destroy the server and we try to make an Ajax call, let's see what happens. Oh, okay, so I can't even load the page. Okay, so assuming I load the page loads fine. Okay, now the page loads. Now I'm just going to destroy the server. This is not very realistic. But now if the server goes down, I say Philip and I say get profile, it'll say unknown Ajax error because I tried to make a jQuery Ajax call, but the server has died. So it doesn't actually know what to do anymore. So whatever I do, it'll print out unknown Ajax error. This is just a nice thing to put at the bottom of everything just to handle generic errors. It's just like a nice habit. So once again, what our front end did is we wrote this JavaScript to handle a click handler for the read button or the get profile button, which grabs the value from the name box, makes an Ajax request, and when it succeeds, it sets the proper HTML elements using the data it's received from the backend from the server. And the other one is the all users button. It just goes to /users and just sets the status to all users, and there's a generic error. So notice how there's two buttons that you're handling, and not coincidentally on the server, there are two main routes. One is /users for all users, and the other is /users : user ID for one particular user. And that right there is a full end-to-end backend app in Node.js. So if you actually reload here, it should do its thing. Philip, get profile, John, and it prints the debugging output to the terminal as well. Carol, and then Bobby is nothing. And then when I say get all usernames, it should print out all the usernames there. Anyways, all the code should be available on GitHub under here, under this directory right here, and the fully annotated code should be in the PetsApp v1 directory right here. Okay, until next time.